We're here with Tom Harley, General Manager of Football for the HCF Injury Update. Now, Tom, how did the boys pull up after arguably the toughest road trip in the AFL?
Yeah, it was a tough game, there's no doubt about it, and a really physical game. Obviously, Fremantle started really well and we were off the ball a little bit and were made to pay, but came home with a wet sail, although we obviously didn't get the 4 points. And I mean, physically, I guess the one injury concern was Isaac Heaney was subbed out of the game. Look, it wasn't anything major at all. He's tweaked his ankle a little bit, and we'll obviously monitor him as we go through the week and assess on Thursday at our final training session, but he'd be the only one under a cloud at this stage. So, albeit a tough game, got through again relatively unscathed.
A young fella, Nick Newman, is coming back a little quicker than expected.
Yeah, which is fantastic for Nick. He was obviously a rookie-listed player. He actually hurt his knee the night before the draft, in the rookie draft, which was a shame for Nick, but he's worked really diligently through the pre-season and he's actually been the runner for the Neefle side in the past couple of weeks, and he'll make a slow entrance into the Neefle side this week. We're actually, pending the weather, it's a curtain raiser before the Western Bulldogs game against the Twos will play against Sydney Uni. So, you know, we really wish Nick all the best. He's rehabbed exceptionally well, and he'll have limited game time, but at the start of a journey back, and look forward to seeing Nick get up to speed pretty quickly.
How impressed have you been with Nick's mindset through this whole ordeal?
Yeah, it's been good. There's no doubt it's been good, and it's very difficult to come to a club regardless, let alone come to a club and be slotted into the rehab group straight away. So Nick's he's a little older. He's 21, so slightly more mature to move to an AFL club, certainly interstate. But he played really good football for Frankston last year and showed resilience actually in his VFL career. Missed out on the draft as an 18-year-old and really got himself fit 2 years later and got himself drafted and won the VFL's Best Young Player Award last year. So we know he's got some abilities. He's a beautiful kicker, left footer off the half back line. So obviously expectations need to be tempered when you come back from a long-term injury like Nick is. But looking forward to seeing him play.
Now, Lear is obviously had that knee complaint a couple of weeks ago. How's he tracking?
Yeah, look, he does have a minor PCL injury in his knee, and hasn't quite got up the last couple of weeks, and so we'll give him an opportunity this week as well. So it's a cautious approach, and we've got training this afternoon, Tuesday afternoon, and then again on Thursday morning, and we'll assess him then.
Yep. And any others from the twos and the reserves? Any injuries to come out of last weekend? And how is Lloyd Paris going?
Lloyd Paris, firstly, he's obviously coming back from a couple of knee injuries. It's been a real testament to his character that he's been able to box on as well as he has. And with the Neefle has the bye in round 7. We look for Lloyd to play after that, which will be great for him to get back out of the rehab group into the main group, which would be terrific. So he's the long-term injury. Obviously, Alex Johnson continues his recovery from his knee surgeries. He's tracking well. He's helping out with the Neefle side, helping out the backs as a defensive coach for the Neefle side, which is great. So we're giving Alex obviously every opportunity to get himself right, and all things being considered, look to reassess about late August to have another reconstruction. So that's tracking well, and I've got to say I've been unbelievably impressed with AJ and his resilience, certainly, and a really popular player around the club. And a more short-term one, Xavier Richards rolled an ankle up in Mackay against the Gold Coast Suns in the Neefle. He's recovered really well. It looked a bit hairy early in the week, but he's shown his professionalism as a young player, and he's actually a chance to play this week.
Great stuff. And yeah, obviously looking ahead to Saturday, the Swans take on the Western Bulldogs, who are in some good form and have surprised many out there. So it's building to be a really exciting clash at the SCG.
Yeah, look, it will be. And I mean, they've got some really good young players. They're obviously well coached. Luke Beveridge has come in and given them a bit of a spike. I think what Brendan McCartney did as coach instilled some really good defensive values into the team. So you can see that there. And it's the natural evolution of young talent. I guess any club that gets exposed to top-end talent, players like McRae and Stringer and Bontempelli, all top 6 picks really, they're starting to show a bit. So look, they had a fantastic win against the Adelaide Crows, and it was one more so at the contest. Their team defence is really strong. So, you know, it's going to be a significant challenge, and the challenge to our boys is to make sure that we bounce back and demonstrate the form we showed in the second half more so than the first over in Freo. But it's going to be a great game, and encourage everyone to come out to the SCG and have a look.
Swans.